Okay,
Take me through it.
sure. So, um, the idea was to create a way to navigate through administration and various aspects of the site in a very customized way so people can set up their menus the way they want them.
Right.
Each individual user might have a different sort of path that they use. Some people might, you have different types of users. You have people who are administering, uh, content managers, editors, things like that. And so they have different sort of desires from the menus and stuff. So basically, what Navigate is sort of a wrapper for some widgets, and there's three or four widgets right now to kind of get at the menu in different ways. So um, and and part of my beef with the way Drupal works is that the administration theming and everything is really mixed in with the rest of the site. You can choose an administrative theme, but um, I'm personally more comfortable with the separation where there's and it allows for greater flexibility for administrative designers, who are designing the interface and trying to make it usable if they don't have to mess with integrating with the look and feel of the rest of the site. So the admin theme does that partially, but it doesn't pull it out. It doesn't work all the time, And so what I wanted was something that was non-invasive, a lot like admin menu is not very invasive. It's just a bar across the top, right? So the idea of this is that when you're not using it, it hides in the upper corner. So so if you're not using it, you can see the theme as it is, and it's not invasive at all. So that's part of it is being able to hide it there. Another big thing for me is being able to search. So you click in. Your the tapping doesn't work out. So if you want to access a menu item, for example, you do a search for it, and you'll get interesting. You get content matches and menu matches. So I want access control is what I'm going for, but I can easily switch this to so we're just searching the menu or content or both, or using the full search API for searching, or just like really quick title search, which is sometimes a little, you can do partial words, like so we got AXA, and that'll pull up, the same things if we're doing a quick search. So I wanted this to be, I just wanted to be able to get at something quick. So the search is really important for me, and has been really useful for my clients too. So you can also set the content types to search. So if you have a particular content type you're trying to get at, you can easily narrow it down. So that's the search. That's the search bit, and also I wanted this all to work via Ajax so that there's usability issues with that, with accessibility issues, which I haven't really addressed yet. But in order to get this sort of dynamic stuff going on, JavaScript is kind of necessary for this part of it. So you can add and remove widgets. So say you can have this search bar and be this search widget and be searching just pages, for example. But this is you can add additional search widgets if you want, and customize them. So you got this other search bar. Also, you can reorder them, via drag and drop. So if we're doing, just menu on this one, and then we're doing just a quick search on this one. So that's the search aspect. Then it retains the results. So if you go to a different page, for example, it's still there, and that's important. I feel like maintaining a state of navigation is really important. Like when you extend menus and then you go to another page and they collapse again, that's really disorienting. So it's important to me. Well, I think it's important to be able to maintain that state as much as possible. So that's part of the rationale behind that. and then you can delete them out, if you're done using them. Um, then there's a favorites widget, which allows you, when you're on a site, to add it as a favorite. So this is events, basically like a bookmark. So now we can just go, what I end up doing is creating like 5 or 6 favorites, and those are the main places I go to.
Right.
And you can reorder these, so if something gets, starts taking a little bit more of your attention, then you can reorganize it. You can create like little dividers. I'd like to see, I'd like to build like actual ad divider or something like that. But informally, you can do that. So the bookmarking thing I think is important too. Being able to really build like what you do on the site and access it really quickly. Um, and then the other bit was the menu. So um, this you can load a menu from any area in the actual navigation. So say the create content menu is what you'd like there. So then you got just that menu and the sub menu, and it's collapsible and expandable, and then also maintain state. So we got this and go to a different page, and you're still expanded. So you basically get this set up the way you want it, or set it up for your client the way you want it, or whoever's going to be using it. And they have just a consistent, customized navigation tool that's not invasive. So if you don't want to use it, you want to just use the other navigation or whatever, it mixes in really well. And I'd like to see, in future development, I want to be able to share more, to be able to share favorite widget sets and stuff. So that, like right now, one problem is, so when people set this up for somebody, they have to set it up for several people,
Right.
and sometimes they don't want them to mess with it at all. So this is just a really quick way to build like an interface to get through the site.
Yeah.
And so being able to share that is important, but I haven't quite gotten to that yet. So anyways, that's it. That's it.
Well, thank you for showing that to me. That's
Yeah.
that's wonderful. Just stop this.